Hello, my name is Russell Meyer. Uh, this one, this might be too long to be using both videos, depending. I might have to cut out the other one if I'm going to use this one. Anyway, let me know what you think about it. And so, anyway, um, a lot of people have the wrong view of Buddhism. They think that Buddhism is a religion. Buddhism is not a religion. It is a set of philosophies. The fact is, you can be Buddhist and be an adherent to another religion. And what Buddhism teaches are different rules about life. And some people can't quite handle some of the lessons in Buddhism, such as the fact that pain and suffering are a part of life which we cannot completely avoid, in which case the teaching is how to adjust your own mindset to avoid the suffering, which is, you see Buddhist monks that are able to perform amazing feats. That's because they have learned to set aside that part of their mind that tells them, that focuses on the painful suffering aspects, lying on a bed of nails, walking on glass, etc., etc. And, this allows them to move past what are typically seen as human limitations. Anyway, obviously, my beliefs fall closest to Buddhism. And by the way, there is no God in Buddhism. You do not pray to any deity. But the purpose of Buddhism is your own spiritual evolution. The very word Buddha means enlightened one, and this is a state that you try to achieve. There is not just one Buddha. There are a number of Buddhas. And in Buddhism, Buddhism recognizes Jesus as a Buddha. They recognize Muhammad as a Buddha. They are characters that tried to achieve enlightenment, and they taught others. Now, this is a key factor. A lot of people represent Buddhism as being always focused on the self, and I object to that. If you are going to achieve enlightenment yourself, then a part of that means instructing others, helping others to achieve enlightenment. If it is completely selfish and self-centric, you're not achieving enlightenment, because one of the teachings in Buddhism is that we are all connected, that all things are connected. And there is actually no good and evil in Buddhism. There is positive and negative, like the poles of a battery. If you only have a positive pole to a battery, it does not function. You look at the yin-yang symbol. The black is negative, the white is positive. You notice that there is a black in the positive a black within the white, white within the black, and they move. It is supposed to be a dynamic symbol. It's actually supposed to represent two koi fish that are swimming in a circle. And so, without negative, you cannot have positive. You cannot have light without shadow. You cannot have, satiety without hunger. You cannot have pleasure without, you cannot fully appreciate happiness or joy without knowing sorrow and loss and pain. You cannot appreciate comfort without knowing discomfort. So, anyway, there are a lot of other symbols in Buddhism, such as, if you've ever seen martial arts, you've seen this, okay? The salute before a match. So, but most people don't understand what that salute means. This is the mind. You will note that it is open. This is force. You'll note that it is closed. The representation means, and the correct way to do this is that the open hand comes up first, and then the closed hand. What it means is that I will meet you with an open mind. And if that fails, then I will meet you with force. And by the way, if you ever see anybody do it like this, they're doing it wrong. This hand remains open. The mind is open, even when using force. All right, another symbol that is widely used is this. This is two open minds that are meeting with each other and bowing to show respect. So if you've never understood those, now you do. There's a purpose behind every one of these symbols, and they are not widely understood in the West. So when it doesn't matter, and Buddhism, you believe in karma. And again, karma means that everything is interconnected. And everything runs in a cycle. Rain falls, it goes downstream, it evaporates, and it becomes rain again. The butterfly effect. A butterfly flaps its wings on one side of the planet, and it becomes a, windstorm, typhoon on the other side of the planet. If I am wealthy and well cared for, well, it can take away from other people if I hoard too much. If I continue always going beyond my needs, then I am taking away from the needs of others. Karma is very much like the golden rule in Christianity. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and so forth. Now, some people misunderstand also karma, that if you do something wrong, that you will be punished. But karma is more of a balance. If you continue encountering the same problems over and over, then it means that you have something to learn from that problem. And you have not learned that lesson as yet. Now, in Buddhism, there is a belief in nirvana. There is a belief in a universal power, but that power is not an entity. It is something that flows through all of us and everything collectively. And when you take away from one side, you contribute to another side. You are throwing things out of balance. And you can often see this within your own life. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that in a lot of detail. But enlightenment is not a selfish and self-centric state that you achieve only on your own if you are not including others in your path to enlightenment, for which there is no singular path. There are many paths to enlightenment. But if you claim that one path is the only path, there is only one way to heaven, to nirvana, via your religion, then you are not enlightened. And so I encourage a lot of people to meditate. You don't have to be a member of any particular religion to meditate. And in many ways, you look at Jesus going off in the wilderness for 40 days to pray. Well, that was a form of meditation. He was trying to learn, and that's the purpose of meditation, is to open your consciousness to learning. If you do start meditating, I advise people to set a timer, an alarm clock, because you can get lost in meditation. I've done that. When I was a teenager one time, I was meditating, and I wound up in a meditative state for 2 days, and nobody could bring me out of it. I haven't done that for quite that long since, but I have been known to get lost in meditation for hours and not realize how much time had passed. As an adult, I can't do that for 2 days because it'll cause some problems. But meditation, the point of meditation is to remove, done properly, to remove your emotional preconceptions and observe objectively. If you are meditating on a problem, you try to see all sides of the problem, not just your own. If all you are doing is looking at only your feelings, only your proposed solutions and how to force those onto others, all you're really doing is manipulating. You're not trying to understand. And meditation does not have to involve a trance-like state. I am quite capable of meditating while performing mundane everyday tasks. I try to make everything as routine as possible, so it's all done by reflex, so that I can contribute as much of my mind to observation, to thinking, to meditation as possible. You can do this. You do this all the time. When you are driving your car, everything is basically reflex, and your mind may be on something else. Well, you can this is just a more conscious application of that. So I do encourage people to meditate. It expands your ability to apply critical thinking and to be more objective, to see other sides of problems and issues. Anyway, so if we're trying to achieve enlightenment, which is something that we all need to work on throughout our lives, and there is no singular text. When you look at Buddhism and Hinduism, there are thousands of texts, and most of what those include are meditations on different subjects. Well, a single subject, you can't take a 3,000-year-old volume and expect it to apply to everything that you encounter today. All religions, all philosophies, including Marxism, are starting points. They are educational. Sooner or later, you have to leave school and apply your knowledge and expand your knowledge beyond that starting point. You cannot take one set of rules, one book, and expect it to tell you how to act, how to think, how to feel, how to behave in every moment of your life. It does not work. That is not enlightenment. That is just dogma. Anyway, so this was kind of just a ramble, but we all need to do this at the individual level and the societal level. If we want our society to improve, then we have to collectively seek out enlightenment, individually and collectively. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Please share this video, talk about these subjects.